We love hip
What you got
hop.
for me?
What do I have for you now? Okay. I had in this, no, I'm lying. No, he was in this chair. Gutsy Guts, right? Which is, we all know Gutsy from off of We Love Hip Hop. I found Gutsy to be the firecracker of We Love Hip Hop. He'll be the wild card and do all type of wild stuff. Did you really understand Gutsy's vision, if he had one, when he was there?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I understood that he bought the more willing to take risk angles that the average man is not willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the things that the average mans are not willing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like push the boundaries of content, and I commended him for that. I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely brought a lot to the table. But yeah, I recognize that for sure.
So you see, so where did it go left with you and Gutsy?
I think it was a communication problem.
So, but that almost comes back to the same situation with Adam and AD and all these guys, where there's some form of communication barrier where I'm not hearing you, you're not hearing me. It's either you're not talking to me or I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. And I can admit that I have a way of doing things where sometimes I can come off a little bit abrasive.
Okay.
Right? Because I want things the way I want them.
For sure.
I feel like I've built this platform and I put a lot of work into it, right? So when every time that I move forward or put out content, I always want it to be progressing and getting better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say I can't just let anything fly.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So when I came to like this content game and how could I say this? I always need to see things before they go through the YouTube channel or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that might be looked at sometimes as micromanaging.
Okay.
Right? But at the end of the day, if it doesn't reach not my standard, the standard,
okay,
I'm going to have a hard time pushing it out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our audience, they expect a certain level of something. And then as we progress, they always expect that same progression. You know what I'm saying? So anytime when it comes to putting out content, I have the final say.
It's your platform. You control this house here.
Mm-hmm.
I get, how open are you to ideas from somebody else? Are you receptive, or you're not really trying to hear what they're saying because you have it figured out in your mind?
I'm open to ideas and I'm always open to feedback. Mm-hmm. The thing is where I think even specifically with Gutsy, or sometimes with any time when people give me ideas, because I have so many of my own ideas that are working at the same time, it doesn't mean that I didn't hear your idea, and sometimes the idea comes to fruition, but it gets put into a queue. You understand what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, yes, that's a great idea, and I might do it now, or I might do it 3 months from now, but I will do it. I heard you.
That one there is in the queue.
Yes, I heard you. So it's not like I dismissed your idea. So when you see it like 3 months later, don't be like, yo, well, come on, now you do it. No, I heard you the first time. I just didn't get to it yet.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's the problem with me communicating that better.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I hear everybody's ideas, like whether it's from home with my girl, whatever. I'll take the idea, I absorb it. I don't like just make it like word soup or whatever. It's there. It's stuck in there.
It's in your mind there.
Yeah.
When it needs to be activated, it will be activated.
Exactly.
But you might not have communicated that with the person that gave you the idea in the first place. Say, I hear you, I know, but not yet.
Because I need to get this, and then their idea would be perfect right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? Like, there's always steps that I have in my brain where I feel like we can't skip a step, or we're going to fail.
Yeah.
Right? That's why we're not really crazy on Patreon yet. Because I feel like we need to build the audience to a certain amount where now that demand is here, now we can add the paywall.
Because it's value. They
yes.
want this value that I'm offering them. behind here. You're willing to pay for this value.
Not just do it because everybody else is doing it. Do it when it's time. That's the way I look at stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where are you in Tinder? Where are you in Gutsy right now, today, sitting down?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't speak.
You guys aren't speaking. So it was
But
really...
we don't speak. I don't, and from my side, I don't make a concerted effort like, oh, I got beef with this guy. I don't want to speak to him. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I move on. And maybe that could be just sometimes people look at me as kind of cold. But I keep it moving. I work. You see how many clips we put out a day,
Listen,
right?
One thing he did say to you, because again, I'd never, if I'm going to ask somebody about the quote unquote bad stuff, you have to give me something good too. One thing Gutsy said to me, he said, listen, when it comes to work, nobody's going to outwork Friday, bro. You understand? You put in the work. You're almost a workaholic to the way how much work you put in. That's what he said out of his own mouth. You know what I mean? So I know you're putting in work. But again, you got to remember, we're still in a new space where there is no 100% playbook on what to do.
Yes.
No real crazy money is coming in yet. So for you to say, okay, I'm going to put on 5 people, we all have to have the same objective and know, okay, right now for the next 3 years, we're not making no real money right now, if at all. And we got to do that. You know how hard it is to find people at? Where you could tell them, listen, we're just doing this because we love it.
Yeah.
But we're not making any money right now. You understand?
Yeah.
Until we get to where we're going. You know how hard it is to find those people right now?
It's extremely hard. I've gone through a multitude of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had the Alizé show, Zay Link, that came and went, right? That was a little bit different because I just didn't feel that the content was going in the direction. Like the audience wasn't liking it that much, to be honest, right?
Just one of those things, but you were willing to try.
Yes. And I'm still willing to try, like right now, right? And, you know, this is your interview because you kind of flipped it on me right there. You know what I'm saying? I see what you did right there. This guy's good.
But I saved the monetization.
Yes, yes. But we got, you know, I just finished editing an interview for a guy named Kika from our interviewer Alex, or AGB, Alex Getting Bands. He's over there in Montreal. Okay, he does all our Montreal interviews, right? We got Dusty Wallace on the team now. He's been co-hosting with me. He's got the freestyle show. We got Zeti doing the cooking show. We got Dracy doing the relationship show, like where he's like really having some deep conversations about, like, the new one that we're about to drop is about social media breaking up relationships. Like I'd be watching it like, yeah, this is the stuff that I wouldn't talk about, or I don't like talk. I don't talk about that type of stuff.
That's not your. You could probably, if you sat down and study, you could probably figure it out. But that's not the true essence of what you bring to the screen and the microphone when you step up.
Yeah. So if I can get a bunch of different content creators who could bring things to the table, the money will come where I'm going to be able to give you a 5 figures, 6 figures here, 6 figures there. Like, this is the kind of pay that I'm looking to be paying people one day. You know what I'm saying? For artists, more of what I'm looking to make. I want to be able to, like, oh, you're an on-air personality. You're starting off at $100,000 a year. At least quit your job now. Come work.
Let's go. We have everything in place, but the first thing we need are the numbers.
Yes.
Viewers, the subscribers, and the listeners.
Yes.
We love hip hop.